a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So West Virginia's offense takes the field. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success. But play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away.
There he goes. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Lott. Grab near the sticks, it's Marshall. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Stokes. Good pick up there, they'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
The offense has a little bit of success in the ground, and they're up looking. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. I know sometimes when you're throwing an incomplete, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there in the incompletion.
And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Burrell. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success early.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop and run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses. Stop.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Number 87. Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Now, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter. And he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Tackle almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hope. And the defense makes an immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. 3:25. They'll send the back in motion. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Hammond. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Catch in the middle, it's Harvey. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He leaves it with his hook. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry, balls at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grab near the marker. It's Hope. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Play by this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Mountaineers come to the
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Mountaineers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's locked. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Running it to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley and knock him down for a ball.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. With the catch, it's Herman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Hope. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, West Virginia. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back doesn't...
On that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but then you've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, partner. I got the football. I got to take care of the football. Put a nice drive together and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, in this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help tack on this third down. Gives it on the option. Nice move to pick up yardage. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really reached on the bottom 50 in college football in first down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking for a man. It's locked. Punts it out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. The give on the option. He breaks a tackle.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. Only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Mountaineers will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking downfield on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And good blocking and space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
He fires one deep over the middle. And the pass is incomplete. Charged loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it up,
he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
and that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance.
And he runs it into the score.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in it, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's locked. Throws for the tight end. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Catch in the middle. It's Harmon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mountaineers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to to send the offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Hammond. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down point. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Might as well give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, and he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. In the middle, it's Jackson. One way there, he whips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10.
Cricket.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Grabbed over the middle. It's home. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
The Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Hammond. Trying to find the end zone. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Trying to pound it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing it. Because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. And
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Rides the back and leaves it on the outside. He's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Lott. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man. He just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here comes the punt team. No fair catches here. Looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you want to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up a 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job on the option that time, and obviously this running back has had himself a day, right? And this defense has figured it out. They're keying on him. You saw all the defenders that time run his way, but nobody accounted for the quarterback. He made the right decision, kept it himself, and came away with a nice rebound on that option.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. To throw, it's Hammond. Working that left side now. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The offense puts up 6 without getting to the end zone. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. It's a draw. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd, the electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus on critical down and distances in this game. Like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Gonna run it. It's Burrell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Dropping back, it's Locke. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, there was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
He'll get rid of it. It's picked up, and they ruin the play of the turnover.
It doesn't get any better from the defense. You know exactly the situation. In the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't run and make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job. Get the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Running to the left. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably...
There you go! Building momentum, picking up the chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Hammond. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he found the deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. Dragged down, and they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Harvey. Timeout called here by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Red Raiders come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Hope. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And they haven't got the outing they had hoped for from this junior quarterback. And you can mark that clash as advantage. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Pushes for the goal line. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Offense gets set for second down. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Throwing right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. And this outing is one this junior signal caller would prefer to forget. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They definitely won the battle. You wanted to see more in this matchup, and I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner on the line, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
They stop it almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the work. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Back to pass. It's locked. It's on target and complete. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And an interesting call here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Harvey. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It came down to the final quarter. Much plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.